Welcome to another episode of Minneapolis by Night. This is a side session slash personal scene with Alexander Smith, or whatever the hell his name is now.
To be fair, he's only introduced himself as Nathaniel, I think, twice.
Yeah, well, my brain doesn't work all the time. So.
That's fair.
But yeah,
Like you said.
so it's yeah. Matt's character. There we go.
That one bastard.
That one bastard, aka the Venture Prime.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
as far as pretty much how the scene's going, after having made his primogenly decree earlier and trying to take stock of how things are going in the city, and the fact that over the course of the last week, from his perspective, it doesn't seem like anything's really going anywhere. I mean, Carmine finally has some folks making a move against a place supposedly, and so considering the fact that this virus is spreading like fucking wildfire, he's picking up a phone. He's calling a buddy of his from back in St. Paul.
Okay. Um, it rings like 2 times. Yo, what's up?
Hi, it's Alexander.
I know who it is.
Oh,
And
fair.
what?
Okay.
Man, I got your name as something else.
Yeah. Well, remember you helped me set up this name.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I use it.
Yeah, I'm aware. So
What's
anyway,
up?
all right. I'm pretty much going to skip the shit. Jackson,
Good.
I need to ask you a favor.
Okay.
This is
Is
very
this
much a
going
personal
to be
favor.
kind of like the favor that Goofball from my clan in your city asked?
Somebody from Minneapolis is talking to you?
Yeah. What's his name? Ro.
Okay,
He's the primogen of your clan there.
wonderful. All right. Okay. All right. Let me get my thing out first because
Sure. Go ahead.
if I don't, I'm going to lose my damn mind, and then you can piss me off with whatever the hell this was about.
Okay.
All right. So, like I said, I need to ask a favor, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. If it gets to a point that you actually have to act on this favor, I'm not going to be able to pay it back. It's that kind of favor.
Okay. What is it?
You know shit here is going bad, and if something happens to me, I need you to go find my sister, and I need you to make sure that she is taken care of.
Okay.
Whether you guys simply just make sure that nobody gets in the way and she stays safe, or
No,
if you embrace her,
you don't get
try
it.
to keep it
Your
dry.
sister's already watched.
Pardon?
You don't get it. Your sister's already watched.
Just
With the friendship
she's
we
there.
developed, I ensured that she would be protected.
All right.
They already know in this city if they touch her in any way, shape, or form, they got to answer to me and the clan. You
All
know
right.
how we roll, so you can imagine how we would react.
Yep. Imagine
Even
when
your own clan is kind of looking at you, kind of looking at me, keeping their distance because they know I ain't fucking around.
Yep. I imagine when you mentioned when that word got around to that to Tim, he was probably vampires can blanch too.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Now, admitting
honestly,
she doesn't know this herself,
yeah.
we kind of stay out of it. And there have been a few problematic kindred who've been passing through who learned the hard way that if you're gonna fuck with, one of our people, we react in kind.
Yeah. All right. But what I was whether things pretty much stay as they are, or if you decide that it's probably in the best interest to try and make sure that her eyes get opened, and well, I guess I'll put it this way:
She's
if
smart,
she's
man.
going to join in,
She's definitely your sister, man. She's picked up on some things. We've had to be very careful around her when certain things are going on. Not fucking smarter than people give her credit for. She picks up on it. We're noticing. She's definitely a family. She's definitely a family member of yours. So I hear you're fucking Primogen over there.
Yeah,
But you never thought that would happen.
That one.
Time.
I also never thought that I would meet the Ventrue Chosen.
He just kind of chuckles.
Yeah, apparently there's not many of my clan around here, and within 2 hours of being in the city, I was a whip.
Damn.
4 days later, I'm Primogen.
Damn, is your city really getting... I mean, we've been hearing rumors back and forth, but damn, I didn't know it was that bad.
Okay, so you remember the stories I told you about when I ended up having to go down into Central America?
Yeah.
The worst thing we had to worry about down there was getting killed.
Yeah.
This place... I mean, fuck, dude, this conversation's happening. I mean, I don't want to talk myself up, but when was the last time you ever... I'm gonna be honest, dude, I'm concerned. I knew it was bad.
From everything I didn't realize. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I knew everything was bad, but I didn't realize the shitstorm Giles was sending me into.
Sneaky little bastard.
If I ever meet that fucker... Yeah, if I ever meet that fucker again, I'm breaking his nose.
Good luck. You and I both know damn well better than that.
I want to, though.
He probably
wish.
I don't know. There are days where I think he'd probably let you have one shot on him, especially since he did send you into that shitstorm. From what I hear, he's still there.
I believe so, yeah. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't heard from him.
Probably need CDC in there. You got the FBI in there. Jesus, any more government agencies you want to just pull in just for shits and grins?
Apparently, I mean, well, the FBI. I mean, I'm really not surprised. A fucking mayor just got killed in his own home.
Yeah, well, when you let somebody in the city, that's what happens. That's why we don't let somebody in the city.
I'm aware.
If there's somebody infiltrator, they fucking die. We don't even ask questions anymore. Fuck it.
I don't get how this happened. Because I mean, okay, let's be honest. Back home over there, right?
Y'all.
We even hear a rumor.
They're dead. Yeah, it's pretty simple. We take care of we take care of the city because we know how Sabbat roll. See, from what I heard, before you left, there was a lot of shit going on, and the main thing I heard was the fact that apparently at one point in time there were two people fighting for Princeton, which is never a good thing. That causes division in the city. It fucks everything up. Well, with that division, you get all kinds of openings. The Spot were smart. They took their chance and got there, and took advantage of the opening that was there with the division. So they've got themselves put in a nice spot. They had probably been there for quite a while beforehand, just never made an appearance. Mm-hmm. So now you got Sabbat who have dug in. Picture it in a military type way. They've dug in. They got their trench, their trenches and their foxholes, and they're all good to go. You're basically trying to take a spot. Okay, I'll make it even better. Back in World War II, when the Americans were trying to take, the Japanese island. Think about that.
But Jackson, here's the thing. It's not even a trench. They have a pillbox. They are in one spot. They know where the fuck they are. Yeah. The problem is, they have so many fucking guns.
I bet you they don't have as many as you think. I bet you they're playing the old bluff gag.
They have wolves. They got
mages. Don't mean shit, man. Come on. Wolves and mages. Big deal. You're talking to a gangrel.
That's true.
It's just like, they can be handled, man. They just don't give them time to cast. That's how simple that is. Wolves? No. Bring a lot of silver. That's the way to answer that problem.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think the biggest problem is the fact that fucking just like us ourselves, I genuinely am not sure we have the manpower to go after the place. That
And to be
said,
honest,
they
you
apparently
probably don't.
no. I mean, that said, they do apparently have somebody they've got two guys apparently that have an in with the shifters. Why the fuck have we not pointed them at this place yet?
That's a question you ask those guys.
Apparently the plan is holding action.
No, it makes sense, because if you don't know where they're at, what good is it to, stir up the hornet's nest? I mean, yeah, it would be kind of good to stir up the hornet's nest, because at least then you find out what kind of numbers they have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if this guy, if this bad guy is half as good as the way you guys are claiming, I'm thinking that probably would be a bad move. Because that means he ain't going to show his full force. He's going to show you what peons he's willing to waste.
Yep. Which I don't know. It's one of those things where it's kind of a shitty situation all around.
Yeah.
But
The only
anyway,
thing I can say is ultimately what you got to do is you got to find where they're located. Because until then, it don't matter what else you do to protect the city. Until they are rooted out, they're going to be a problem.
Yep.
Or you make it so fucking tough for them to do anything in the city. Lock down the fucking city. Just completely lock it down. Don't let them fucking breathe without your say-so. You do that, you'll force them either into fighting on your terms or just saying, fuck it, the city ain't worth the problem. I mean, those are really your two choices.
There's a catch to that second one. Inner Council's already paying attention to this because it's big.
So?
And, well, I mean, technically I could leave the city, but what you want to bet that I'm going to get put on a red list? Because their plan right now is, if shit doesn't get straightened out, fucking salt the earth. That's why I'm pissed at Giles. That's part of why I called.
Yeah, it's typical elder thing for you. All else fails, destroy it all and start fresh.
Yeah. But anyway, just as far as my sis, I know you guys are taking care of her.
Mm-hmm.
But what I wanted to say is that if it comes down to it and you think it's worth it, if she's going to join a clan,
make her one of us.
Yeah.
No.
She will fit in.
Oh, I'm from what I heard, yeah, she don't take shit.
No. So.
Of course, she has had some help on some cases because there were some mortals causing issues that we had to step in because they were getting too close to knowledge they didn't need.
I don't doubt that. That level of nosiness is exactly why I got embraced. So.
Yeah. Well, these guys weren't fitting of any of the clans, at least from what I heard from the other Primogen. So the choice was either kill them or get them locked up. We chose get them locked up, see if they learn their lesson. We don't realize what kind of people we have on the inside. Yeah.
I don't doubt it. Anyway, so. So anyway, so you mentioned that this dude, did he actually? All right. So that Primogen guy, did he just call you somehow, or did he actually walk his ass over there?
Well, he originally called me, but he called me after someone else had called me. So I'd gotten a heads up that this guy was probably going to give me a ring. I was told to at least sit and listen to him, and I was willing to at least listen. This cat, as the way he put it, was he just wants a contingency plan in case shit turns down. gets even worse than it is. I'm looking at him going, and you're a gangrel? But we come in all kinds, unfortunately.
He's yeah, I don't know. It's he gets uppity.
Yeah, like I told him, the big problem is him going to outside sources doesn't look good to others. And if the inner council is watching, like you say, that's definitely not a good play for him.
It's not just not a good play for him if he does it. It's kind of one of those, how far is the apple from the tree? If he does that, trying to call in outside help from the city, that also then it's going to look the same on all of us. So he
No,
needs to
I've
not
already
do
talked
that
to the
shit.
Prodigy, and no one else has called. But basically, what I told him is basically like this. Y'all gotta handle your own shit. That's your city. We don't tolerate that crap in our city. In a worst case scenario, and an absolute last resort, if they need our assistance, we will jump in because they are clanmates, so we can't turn them down.
Yeah.
I also said that here's the other catch. If they try and run and come into our territory with the virus going around, we will shoot on sight.
Yep.
Anyone, any of our kind or our little bitches decide to come, any of them decide to come into the city, they will be shot and destroyed first, whether or not they have the virus or not. It's a safety precaution. We have the entire outskirts between Minneapolis and our city on lock. We are watching it 24/7.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, dude, this thing, we don't know how long it takes before it starts actually showing symptoms or anything, but 48 hours and you're ash.
Awesome. Yeah, we definitely don't need that shit right now.
No.
It sounds like y'all need to get that taken care of. It can only get worse, I can imagine.
I'm fucking trying. It took me 4 days to get hold of the ME who's a freaking Giovanni.
Yeah, well, Giovanni. That's enough said
I was half an hour from making a fucking phone call and getting all of this shit reassigned and those bodies conveniently going missing.
Oh. Well, things happen.
It's just
remember that Giovanni technically can't interfere in our affairs, so she probably had to make sure it was cleared with every other fucking it didn't violate the promise or whatever the fuck they call that dumb shit that we agreed to.
I don't know. Their crap is convoluted.
I'm sorry. As far as I'm concerned, if you're a member, if you want to be part of the camera, I'll be part of the camera. If not, then don't. But don't, come running to the Camarilla for shit and go on. But anyways, I digress. That's my thought process.
They're on the fence so damn hard. Which side will defend me from the other right now? But I mean, that said, once I did finally get to talk to her, I mean, she seemed pretty earnest, so whatever. But
well, yeah, because if it affects Kindred, it affects them too. They ain't immune.
aside, Alexander here doesn't know who Miriam is or how to get a hold of her, and also, considering all this virus stuff, he's kind of like gone to ground. He's not talking to anybody unless it's via satellite phone or his screen.
Pretty much.
That's fine, but I think it's been brought up and seen that the will workers are probably the only ones who's actually going to be able to know anything to fix this.
Yes, but there's a liaison between the Primogen Council and the will workers,
and that's
Alexander
Miriam.
doesn't know any contact.
No,
and that's
on
the vampire liaison.
The vampire liaison that talks to the will workers.
Yeah. Well, the will worker who talks to the vampires happens to be Miriam, so.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there are a couple that
do. The one that's not an NPC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a difference. Gotta be technical now. Okay, well, yeah.
Well, she's the only PC who actually talks to the vampires.
Yep.
But yeah,
Because I'm not bringing
I
my,
was just
I'm
trying to
not bringing
suggest
my
because I
names.
wanted to do something. But if you're not gonna, then bye.
Well, I'd say Stormtail can do shit, but yeah. Anyway, um, hey, so Jackson, this guy came to talk to you. That was pretty much the gist of his thing. He's just like, hey, can you guys come help us out if we need it? That's he drove all the way to St. Paul for that.
He drove to the outskirts. We weren't going to let him in the city. Fuck all that. We sat on the edge of town. He sat on the edge of town, and we talked. That's it.
Alrighty.
He got close enough to shake my hand, and I watched every moment of it. And I got full workup when I got back.
Yeah. If
'Cause,
anybody back home ends up catching it, apparently the Tremere no rituals to try and take care of it. One of my ghouls ended up with it and sent them off to their chantry over here. Fucking 15-20 minutes done. It's like less than a clinic visit.
Yeah. Well, the Tremere don't tend to fuck around, especially when something that can affect kindred. As much as people don't like them, they do serve, quite a useful purpose. And when it comes to stuff that affects, us, they're one of the best people to go to get to the bottom of it.
Yep, they know their shit. So, just take that as a heads up.
Well, remember, they were once mages themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've been kind of keeping an eye on things. Like I said, anybody who comes from your city, if they're, well, we're even being careful about mortals, but we can't exactly go killing every fucking mortal that comes here. Be a bit of a body count after all. I mean, the most we do is we just kind of keep an eye on them. If they've come from Minneapolis specifically, we just keep our distance and hope for the best.
Yeah. I mean, because on the one hand, it seems like, because I mean, dude, obviously this isn't that great, but on the one hand, it seems like they poisoned the well because it's only targeting us, right? Except it also hits the ghouls. Ghouls don't feed.
Maybe they have an ultimate plan. Maybe they don't plan on it actually destroying all of you, just keeping you guys busy in a circle.
Unfortunately, it's...
Who knows? Maybe they have some kind of magic button that, shuts it all down when they want it to.
That would figure.
Or, if they're really smart, they've already vaccinated themselves from it so they don't get it. And then, any of their quote-unquote allies are vaccinated.
Yeah. That's the one that seems the most likely.
Yeah, anything's possible. Or they just said fuck it and took the risk, or didn't realize that, whoever helped them create it, didn't really give a shit who it affected. You gotta remember, when you're a bad guy working with other bad... Well, remember, if you're a bad guy working with other bad guys, you can't trust them at all. Because each individual guy has their own plan.
Yep.
And the minute you give them a chance to get a leg up on you, they're going to take advantage of it.
Yep. Unfortunately, this thing is, right now, just too damn effective to backburner.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Alright, Jackson, all of the Anarchs, they are gone. All of them.
You forget I fought in the Anarch War. Yeah, no big loss there.
Well, again, look at this from a tactical perspective. That just cost us a lot of potential bodies that we could have been throwing at a problem.
Yes and no. It's getting the Anarchs to help you. That would have been the issue.
Well, and also, I didn't say effective bodies. Alright. Well, anyway, I appreciate it, man. Just,
yep.
Yeah. Appreciate you looking out for Lorelei. I'll, if you don't hear from me sometime in the next few weeks, yeah, well, you know what's going on then.
Don't worry, we're keeping an ear out. And with your, gang Primo over there asking for help, we focus more of our attention on paying attention.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't miss any spots once we finally get this cleaned up.
Well, best thing I could say is a full vaccination of the entire city. Once you find a
Very
cure
much.
for it, vaccinate the whole city.
Yep.
Claim
Use
that
it.
some, I'm sure the CDC there will probably claim something and then do that as a safety precaution anyways.
Yep. Wouldn't
Or you could do it
necessarily
real
be
subtle
hard
if
to-
the CDC doesn't want to make it public knowledge, do it real subtle. Airborne vaccination, man. Nobody
Yeah,
know.
it could work. It just conveniently died out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I got work to do.
Yep.
All right. Take care of yourself, man.
All right, man.
And click.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
That was it?
That was it. I told you this was silly, petty, and self-indulgent.
That's fine. All right. Well, thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned.